Okay, so to make this jumpsuit you are going to need yarn. I'm using drops, safran. It has 50 grams, 160 meter. Recommended hook, it's a 3 millimeter. You are going to need three different colors, so I'm using 3 different colors. In addition to the yarn, you are also going to need a 3 millimeter crocheting hook, measuring tape, yarn needle, pair of scissors, and elastic rope or elastic band. Okay, so let's talk about measurements and see how this jumpsuit is constructed, and then jump into the tutorial. Okay, so to make this jumpsuit we are going to start with our granny squares. So I'm going to leave you the link for the granny square, how to crochet this basic granny square, in the description box down below this video. So you are going to make 24 of them. We are going to start with the upper part of the jumpsuit and make 2 panels. So the panel it's going to be worked like so, and then we are going to fold this in half and then sew them together in the middle, so in the front and also in the back, and leave a opening so that you can put your jumpsuit on. So you are going to go with your legs through this opening right here, so you need to have enough space. Okay, so you are going to make 24 of your granny squares, 12 for one panel, 12 for the other panel. I am a size medium, my bust measure 90 centimeters and my hips are also 90 centimeters. For a larger size you need to make a more granny squares, so add one more for each size, and then we are going to first sew them together like so, and then pick up our stitches from here and work all down to the other side. And the chart for this, if you want to follow along with the chart, it's also going to, you are going to have links for it in the description box down below this tutorial. So you are going to make 14 rows of this pattern right here, and once you have this done, so you are going to fold both of your panels, sew them in front and also on the side, and leave a opening for the armholes. Then we are going to work the waistline and incorporate our elastic band or elastic rope, what you have. So I'm going to use elastic rope, and to make the legs, so these are like palazzo pants. We are going to work in the round over our stitches in double crochet rounds, and we are going to join with slip stitch, and every time you finish your round you are going to turn your work. So we are going to work on the right side and also on the wrong side of the work. And now it depends on what kind of size you are making and what kind of yarn you are using. I'm going to work 14 rounds before I'm going to split for the legs, and to split for the legs I'm going to add a chain of 20 chains, and then work the legs separately. So first one leg and then the second leg. I'm going to work 44 rounds, and then with my main color, and then 1 round of single crochet. So I write it down. I'm going to have 110 double crochets on each leg. And then I'm going to work 1 round of single crochet, and the last round it's going to have a multiple of 6, so you need to decrease your work to have a multiple of 6. Okay, and then once we have this done, I'm going to show you how to finish your neck opening, and also how to finish your arm opening. Okay, so to make this panel you are going to need 12 of your granny squares, and you are going to sew them together, as you can see right here. So sew all of your 12 grannies together like so, and then I'll meet you back once I have this done to show you how to create this beautiful stitch. Okay, so now once you've sewn all of your grannies together like so, now we are going to pick up stitches on one side to create this stitch, and to make this we need to have a multiple of 10 plus 1. So this means I'm going to pick up stitches. I want to have a total of 181 double crochets. So the wrong side of the work is facing you, so start on the wrong side of the work. Now go ahead and make first a slip knot, and then join right here to your 1 chain space with a slip stitch, and then chain 3. This counts as a double crochet, and then we are going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch. So it is very important that you are counting your stitches. So I'm going to work with you till here. So you know you have these groups of 3 double crochets from your granny square, and now right here you have a 1 chain space from your granny square, so you are going to double crochet in there. And now try also working over your tail, so you have less tails to weave in. Now you are going to double crochet right here where you joined your granny squares. So make 1 double crochet in there, and now go right here to your next 1 chain space from the next granny square, and also make 1 double crochet in there, and then continue with 1 double crochet in each stitch. And I am going to add on my way 4 more double crochets, since if I would work like so, 1 double crochet in each stitch, and right here these 3 double crochets, I'm going to end up with a total of 177 double crochets. So I need to add 4 more double crochets somewhere on my way. Okay, so go ahead and make your 181 double crochets, and then I'll meet you back at the end of the row. Okay, now once you have your foundation double crochet row done, you are going to chain 4 and turn your work. This counts as a double crochet and as a 1 chain space. Now you are going to yarn over and then skip 4 stitches, 1 2 3 4, and in the 5th stitch you are going to make 7 double crochets. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, and now you are going to chain 1, skip 4, 1 2 3 4, and double crochet in the next. And now start your repeat again. So chain 1, yarn over, skips 4 stitches, 1 2 3 4, and make 7 double crochets in the 5th stitch. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, chain 1, skip 4, and double crochet in the next. 1 2 3 4, and double crochet in the next. Okay, so this is going to be your repeat till the end of the row, and then I'll meet you back at the end of the first row. At the end of the row you are going to make your 1 chain and then double crochet in your last stitch, which is your 3rd chain, like so. Now to start your next repeat row, you are going to chain 4, counts as a double crochet and as a 1 chain space in between, and then make 1 double crochet in the same stitch. And now you are going to chain 1, yarn over, and on top of these 7 double crochets we are going to skip the first 2 and then make 1 double crochet in the next 3. So 1 2 and 3. So you have here 2 double crochets that you skipped, and also here. And now you are going to chain 1, and on top of your double crochet from the previous row you are going to make 1 double crochet and then chain 3 and another double crochet in the same stitch, like so. And now starts your repeat. So chain 1, skip the first 2 double crochets and then make 1 double crochet in your next 3. So 1 2 3, and then chain 1, in this double crochet make 1 double crochet, chain 3 and another double crochet in the same stitch. And now you'll repeat again. Chain 1, skip the first 2 double crochets and make 1 double crochet in your next 3 stitches, chain 1, and on top of your double crochet go ahead and make 1 double crochet, chain 3 and another double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, so repeat till the end of the row. At the end of the row you are going to double crochet on top of your 3rd chain and then chain 1 and make another double crochet in the same stitch, so in the same 3rd chain. Okay, now to make the next row, now we are going to place these shells that we've made here. We are going to have these shells in this 3 chain space here, and to do this we are going to chain 3 and turn the work. This is your first double crochet, and in this 1 chain space go ahead and make 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. Now you are going to chain 1, and on top of your second double crochet from the previous row you are going to make 1 double crochet, chain 1, and now in this 3 chain space make your 7 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and now chain 1 and double crochet on top of your second double crochet, and here is your repeat. So chain 1, 7 double crochets in your 3 chain space, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, chain 1 and double crochet on top of your second double crochet. Okay, so repeat till the end of the row. At the end of the row, so you've chained 1, and now you are going to make in this space right here 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, 3, and 1 double crochet on top of your 3rd chain, like so. Now we have this row right here with this large V-stitch and these 3 double crochets that we need to make, and to start the next row you are going to chain 3, turn your work, this is your first double crochet, and make 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Let me pull in a little bit. Now you are going to chain 1, and on top of this double crochet you are going to make your V-stitch. So double crochet, chain 3 and another double crochet in the same stitch. Now you are going to chain 1 and make your 3 double crochets. So skip your first 2 and double crochet in your next 3 stitches, and again chain 1 and make your V-stitch on top of your double crochet. So double crochet, chain 3 and another double crochet in the same stitch, and now again chain 1, your 3 double crochets, so skip the first 2 and then double crochet in your next 3 stitches, and then chain 1 and make your V-stitch. So repeat till the end of the row. At the end of the row you are going to make 1 double crochet in your last 2 stitches. So this one here and on top of your 3rd chain. And now we are going to start with our pattern repeat. So this is going to be the next row that you want to make, and then the 2nd, the 3rd and the 4th row. And to start this row right here you are just going to chain 4, turn your work, this counts as a double crochet and as a 1 chain space in between, and start with your 7 double crochets in your 3 chain space. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then chain 1 and make 1 double crochet on top of your second double crochet from the previous row, and then chain 1 and your 7 double crochets in your 3 chain space. So I have 3, I have 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then chain 1 double crochet on top of your second double crochet, chain 1, and so on. So I'm going to leave you the chart for this crochet stitch on my social media, so I'm going to link this in the description box down below, so don't forget to check this out if you want to follow along with the chart. And I'm going to work my remaining rows off camera, so I've worked a total of 15 rows. So I've counted from my very first double crochet row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 rows in total. So one panel measures 30 centimeters. 30. So for a larger size you need to work more rows. For a smaller size work less rows. So I'm a size medium, my bust measures 90 centimeters and I want to have a positive ease, so I'm going to have 60 centimeters for the front and 60 centimeters for the back. So since this one is going to be put like so, this is one arm opening and this is going to be the neck opening. Okay, so I'm going to work now off camera and then I'll meet you back to show you how to assemble your upper part of the jumpsuit together. Okay, now once you have both panels done, you are going to lay them like so. So you are going to put them in half and lay them together like so. So this is going to be your neck opening. I placed a stitch marker in there, so there is where I want to start my sewing. So you are going to have a sewing on the front and also on the back, and my neck opening it's about 21 centimeters long. So this is going to be your neck opening right here. And then for the armhole, this is where I placed my stitch marker. My armhole is about also 21 centimeters. I left here a opening for the armhole, and then I'm going to sew this side together. So with your yarn needle, go ahead and sew on the side, on this side also. So make your side seams, and then you need to sew your panels together in the front and also on the back. Okay, so I'm going to do this off camera and then I'll meet you back again. Okay, once you've sewn your pieces together, I'm going to take my third color, so this one here, make a slip knot and then join right here in the middle, so that I know right here is going to be the middle of the back side. Now we are start working on the lower part of our jumpsuit. So go ahead and make first a slip stitch like so, and then chain 3, and now we are going to make 1 double crochet in the 1 chain space right here, and then 1 double crochet in the stitch. So in each stitch I'm going to make 1 double crochet, we are going to work in the round, and we are going to join with a slip stitch each time, but we are also going to turn our work. So this is going to be your first round, and I want to work with you just to show you how to work right here where this pattern is. So now you are working in the 1 chain space from the corner. Now you have here your first double crochet row, so in there you are going to make 2 double crochets, so 1 and 2, and right here you have also a double crochet, also 2 double crochets. So in each double crochet row you are going to make 2 double crochets. Since you are always starting with a chain 3, which corresponds to a double crochet, this is how you are going to work all around. And then once you're here, you are going to join with a slip stitch to your 3rd chain, and then turn your work and work another row with this color. Once you have your 2 double crochet rows done, or rounds, you are going to slip stitch to your 3rd chain, chain 1, and cut your yarn, because we are going to change color again. Okay, now it's time to incorporate the elastic band or elastic rope. So go ahead and measure around your waistline how much rope you need to have, and make a knot. So you want to make sure it's not going to come undone. And now we are going to work. I'm going to change color again, so make first a slip knot, and then rejoin. You are on the right side of your work, rejoin to your first stitch by making a slip stitch and a chain 1, and now take your rope, and we are just going to work over our elastic rope. So yarn over, and I'm going to make 1 round of half double crochets. So you are just working in each double crochet from the previous round, 1 half double crochet. Okay, so I'm going to work the rest of camera, and then I'll meet you back again. Okay, at the end of the round you are going to slip stitch to your first stitch like so, and now I want to reinforce this round here, And for this, so go ahead and chain 1, and we are just going to work single crochets in the same, so like around the same round, if you know what I mean. So go ahead in the same stitch down here and make a single crochet like so, and now in the next stitch down here and single crochet. I just want to reinforce and make sure that there is no elastic band showing. So I'm going to work now off camera and then meet you back again. At the end of this round, you are going to just single slip stitch to your first stitch, chain 1 and cut your yarn, pull through. Okay, now take your main color, make a slip knot and join to your first stitch like so, and chain 3. This is going to be your first double crochet. Now you are going to yarn over and make 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then in each stitch around. And then once you're at the end of the round, you are going to slip stitch to your third chain, chain 3, turn your work, and then work the next round. So I'm going to work off camera for a total of 14 rounds. This rounds done, I'll meet you back to show you how to crochet your legs. Okay, now once you have your 14 rounds of double crochet, you are going to split your work. So we are now splitting to make the legs, and for this I've already placed a stitch marker on the front side right in the middle, since on the back side I already was in the middle of my work, since I've started right here. Now go ahead and put a stitch marker. So you need to have on the left side hand the same amount of stitches as you have on the right side hand. And I've ended my round on the wrong side of the work, so I know the next round that I'm going to start for the legs is going to be worked on the right side of my work. Now go ahead and chain a total of 20, and then once you have your 20 chains, you are going to slip stitch right here where your stitch marker is. So in this stitch right here, you're going to slip stitch and then chain 3. This is going to be your first double crochet, and now you are going to continue working on this side with your double crochets. So you really want to make sure that you have the same stitch count on the left side and also on the right side of the leg. So basically you are now going to create your leg, so work for as many rows as you need to make your leg. And right here, when you are on the chain, you are just going to pick up your 20 stitches, so you are going to have 20 more double crochets. And then to make the other side, so your second leg, you are going to join your yarn and then chain 3 and start working. So you are also going to be working on the right side of your work, so which means you are going to go like so. So you are going to start right here and then pick up the stitches on the chain, so also 20 stitches. Okay, so I'm going to work both legs of camera and then I'll meet you back to show you how to finish your romper. Okay, so I've made a total of 44 rounds, double crochet rounds for each leg, and then this is how I want to finish my work. Now let me show you how to do this. You are going to work these last 2 rounds on the right side of your work, so we are not going to turn. Now first let me show you how I like to weave in my ends as I'm going. So I'm just going to pull my loose end through the back loop of my stitches like so. So this is your stitch. Let me pull in a little bit. You have the front loop and you have the back loop, so go under the back loop and pull your yarn through. So don't pull too much. It's important that you have a loose tension. Okay, and now take whatever color you like. So I'm going to take this one and rejoin. So make first a slip knot, of course, and then rejoin with a single crochet, and this is also going to be your first single crochet. Now I'm going to pull my loop high so that it's not going to come undone, and I'm going to do the same with this tail right here. I'm going to weave in on the other side now, going through the back loop only and pull my tail through, and then to the next stitch and pull through. You don't have to do this, it's just a preference. Okay, and now once you have this done, we are going to make 1 round of single crochet, and because the very last round it is a multiple of 6, since I have on each leg I have a total of 110 stitches. To achieve this multiple, I'm going to decrease somewhere on my way 2 stitches. So to decrease, you are just going to single crochet 2 together. So 1 and 2, you have 3 loops. Go ahead and pull through, and this is your decrease. Now I'm going to work the rest of the round of camera, and then I'll meet you back. Okay, at the end of the round you are just going to slip stitch to your first stitch, chain 1 and cut your yarn and weave in your loose end. Okay, now for your very last round you are going to make first a slip knot and then rejoin with a single crochet. This is also going to be your first stitch. Now you are going to yarn over, skip 2 stitches, and in your third stitch you are going to make 5 double crochets. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now you are going to skip 2 and single crochet in your 3rd stitch, and again yarn over, skip 2, and in your 3rd stitch make 5 double crochets, 3, 4 and 5, and now again skip 2 and single crochet in the next. So this is going to be your repeat all the way around. Once you are here, you are going to slip stitch to your very first stitch, chain 1, cut your yarn and weave in your loose end. Okay, and now for the neck opening, I am also going to finish the same way as I finished my legs. So I'm first going to make 1 row of single crochet, and I'm going to count my stitches to make sure that I'm prepared for the very last round, which is a multiple of 6. And to pick up your stitches, you are going to do the same as you've made here on the side. So you are going to single crochet in each stitch, single crochet in your 1 chain space, and also single crocheting in your sewing, so where you sew your granny squares together. Make sure that you are keeping a loose tension, so you don't want your opening to shrink. So you want to be able to dress your jumpsuit, since you are of course going to go with your legs through the neck opening. Okay, so it is imperative to keep this in mind. So I'm going to work this off camera, since I've already shown you how to do these 2 rounds. Now to finish your arm opening, you are going to take whichever color you prefer. I'm going to finish with this one, and then make first a slip knot and join right here where your sewing is. So you are going to join with a slip stitch and then chain 3. This is also going to be your first double crochet, and in the same place go ahead and make 6 more double crochets. So at the end you are going to have a total of 7 double crochets. Okay, and now you are going to single crochet on top of your second double crochet, so right here in the center. Now yarn over, and in your 3 chain space you are going to make 7 double crochets. And 7, and now single crochet again in the center, so on top of your second double crochet. So I'm going to show you one more time. So 7 double crochets in your 3 chain space. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and now single crochet on top of your second double crochet, so right here in the center. And this is how you are going to work all around your arm opening. And then right here is going to be your last single crochet. You are just going to slip stitch to your third chain, chain one, cut your yarn and weave in all of your loose ends.